Hello, everyone. Once again, Delroy here, representing Bolton's Art. First, I want to thank everyone for all the likes and the comments and the kind words that was put forward for the first video we did last week, giving description, a brief introduction of Bolton's Art to the family out there, and a lot of well wishers and just like to see what we do and put in the face to Bolton's Art. Thank you very much for that. Tonight, what I want to share with you, showing you what Bolton Art really do, how we do it. A lot of people, especially those who work in wood with wood, are thinking that these exotic vase that is created and put forward is being done on a lathe or so forth. But tonight I'm going to show you how it's done. It's a very intriguing technique, but it's not done on a lathe, and you will see that it's handmade, and a lot of work goes into creating one of these pieces. And with that said, I will go right into it just to show you how it's done. Okay? It's on. Is it switched over? Yes. Okay. One of the things people cannot comprehend or realize how to create something like this, three-dimensional, with completely hollow on the inside. Most people think it is done by turning a big chunk of wood on a lathe and with many shavings all over the place to create something like this. Well, for the work that I do and the expense that goes into beautiful exotic wood like these, you wouldn't want to waste that. You would want to put all of that on the floor and throw it in the trash, because this is just beautiful beautiful wood from God's creation that should be showcased, and every bit of it, as much as possible, should be used. So first, what I do after extensive search of getting the best wood from the best exotic wood store, I'll find the wood, and then this look like a square, just a block of wood. You cut into a square. Then what I would do, after cutting into a square, I'll find the center of the wood. Once I find the center, I have a hole drilled directly in that center. So then I just give me a line, just to outline, to make sure I get as much of the wood as possible. Very little waste. Very little waste. And then this would be mounted at my machine so I can spin it to cut off the excess and then get a round piece of wood to start my work. And here's the description. So what I'll do now, here's a square of wood. I'll just go forward and I will cut the corners off, as you see over there. And then I'll end up with something like this when the corners are cut off. As I said before, the center is drilled. Then I will mount it on my machine and have it spin. Once I spin it, I use my blades from side to side, and I will cut off waste. So here's all the waste you have so far. There's little four corners and the piece to now make it round, make it into a circle. Okay. Once I have a circle, I would have already decided on what the shape of this piece of it would be, with all the geometry that goes into it. and know what angle my pieces need to be cut. So I would have it cut at a certain angle. You can see it is not 0 degree, that is the degree on it. That piece is cut, then I go to cut my first ring. Now, see what we have? This piece is got already a hole in it, and it's a ring. Essentially my first piece. And I'll go to work and cut another piece. But the trick of that now, this piece now has to fit perfectly on top of the first piece. You got a bigger hole in the bottom, a smaller hole there. So this one now has to match. Now you start to see a shape coming forward. And you're gonna need a base. If this was to be my base, that's what it would look like. Now you're starting to see a shape. See that coming up? And now this would be able to sit on the surface without tipping, without falling perfectly. Then I can go to work from there to do whatever shape it is that I was planning, that I had planned. Of course, this is going to become one piece in the long run. It's going to become one piece, so naturally they have to be perfectly symmetric. It has to be sanded so my joints can be perfect. You can't see it. Then it has to be balanced so it doesn't wobble when I spin it to sand it. So this is the beginning. This is a simple, quick description of how a piece is started to finish. Goes back to just like that, and it looks like a regular square of wood to the side. Now, to move into giving you an idea of all the pieces now will just cut and come together to create a shape that you desire, that I planned out. After making that, naturally, you have to sand it and get it perfectly smooth. Then, a piece like this, you can see up close, and this design is very detailed. After you do that, you'd have to go bit by bit. This is a lot of time in this piece to create the carvings that you're looking at. So this is not smooth anymore. This is rough. This is a carved piece after it has been put together. A lot of details. It's not as simple as it might seem, and it's definitely not late. Just to show you another piece, I can go from that small to this wide. Look at that. Look at that shape. Look at the curves, the angles that you have, the dimensions. To come up back to be that small at the top again. You're talking about a lot of time and a lot of skill. So you get in the best of techniques of this work is just absolutely time consuming and a lot of thought and skill put into it to produce one of these pieces. Another piece, I tell you, many people just love this piece. I'm going to show you something amazing in this piece. Here you see these carvings, these lines. It's like a belt, a continuous belt right around. It goes up, all the way up to the back, come around, back down, and it loops to the bottom, and it's a continuous belt right around this. And this is just one stroke at a time to create the design that you're looking at in this piece. And this is from Purple Art. The wood, the colors is exactly the color of the wood. No enhancement. And you get a beautiful wood to look at, just as the Father has created it. trying to move quickly so that we don't have. So here's this piece. You know, they're kind of similar in the techniques. So I'm just showing them as a group how beautiful the technique, the hand work that you're seeing in there, precise. You would think machine, you think you put this in the machine and it's done. No, I have to hold a steady hand to do this one etch at a time to create that pattern there, then another pattern, and I actually use my hand to create the design and put it in there. Nice design, beaded, burnt into the wood to create this beautiful piece. And each piece is pretty unique. No two pieces identical. Even if it's a set, the wood, the grain of the wood is different. There's gonna be something different, so you're getting a unique piece each time. Again, the technique in this one is pretty much the same, but it's this after it's made, and you can see the grain of the wood, the design, the pattern. I create a design within using the grain of the wood itself. You can see them, and then this is a carved design that is done by hand, as I said before. So you're looking at very exclusive, very detailed, very creative artwork. This is not an ordinary vase. It's not. It's wood coming from something like this. A piece of wood that is put together and shaped and formed a beautiful work of art. Beautiful work of art. Just to show you, this is a brief description and of some of the work, and give you a look at my portfolio of some of the work that many of you like and may be interested in. Bolton's art. To give you my quick bio, picture of the artist and some of the work. Beautiful set. And again, it's a set of the same wood, but as I said, it's still a uniqueness to each piece because of the grain and so forth. You've seen that, and I believe you've seen that in the last video, and you just saw that piece. So when you see that beautiful picture on the page, the Bolton's art page, you just saw that it is just as beautiful as the picture that you look at. Another piece, sorry for you, those of you who probably be in love with this piece. I no longer have it. That one is sold, and it's to a owner now that is just cherishing that piece. So can't have that one. It's beauty. You just saw that piece there. You see from a different angle, and so to give you an idea, you just saw that one. I believe I give you a quick video of the last shot of this one. That's a lamp, and well, probably the first time you've seen one of the bowls. But this is what Bolton Art does, and creative design, beautiful woodwork. There's more stuff other than just vase that we will be showcasing in the near future. You know, send us your likes, your requests, and let us know what you're interested in. I will give you a look at what the page, Bolton's art page, looks like. If you go on Facebook to find it, that's what it looks like. I'm also on Instagram and Twitter, so look us up and you can contact us in many ways: Facebook, Instagram. The website is listed there, phone numbers. Just let us know what you're interested in, and we'll be happy to help you with those. And look at that beauty. Look at that beauty. So once again, thank you very much for those of you who are watching and viewing live on Facebook right now. Thank you for tuning in, and we will see you next time when we showcase Bolton's art. Talk to you later. Bye-bye.